Okay, dear students, let me start with a very good afternoon to all, one and all, whoever is present. Somebody is trying to communicate something. I
Good
find.
afternoon, sir.
Is there anything? Tell me.
No, sir.
Okay, Disha, Kailash, and Malay. These three are there in the class. So
Sir,
others
Kaushik, sir.
have become master in mechanics. So they don't require any division or this type of silly jobs. So they must be doing some advance in the engineering mechanics. Anyway, let them do, no problem. But anyway, as it was decided, rather based on the proposal from your side, that I was to take a revision on the beam and the moments. Okay, so now especially for Kaushik he will be attending first time. So for him it will be very useful. Others also they can develop the confidence and enjoy the numericals related to the topics. That is beams and then load. So at the very beginning, let us recall. I have drawn there are four types of
Ah,
beam.
It is
Tell
from
me.
basic structural analysis, right, sir? Chapter
Which one?
module 3. Module 3, basic structural analysis.
Yeah,
This
basic structural analysis. In that, this beam and the moment is a part, but main structural analysis will be, we have to determine the stresses and the forces in the member of any structure by two methods. One is by joint method, and another one is by section
section.
method. So if you want that part also, we can revise. There is no problem as long as we have that classes. So Radharani is finding some network problem. Okay, she is writing I am not visible. Okay, just let me switch off and switch on. Okay, Radharani, is there any change in terms of visibility? Radharani, I think in her area some
Sir, we have
ah,
completed the last module of engineering mechanics.
no, there are few numericals. I will do it in the next class. Okay. Just I require one more class so that we can add some more numericals related to that simple harmonic motion, pendulum, or in terms of oscillation, and ultimately under the chapter mechanical vibration. But as you told that sir, we require this one, so I have taken it. Okay, so let us
Okay,
finish
sir.
this part as much as possible. Otherwise, we'll continue also, no problem. But the remaining part of the numericals of that mechanical vibration, that also will complete in between. Don't worry about that. Okay. Time is there, so let us enjoy the classes. Okay, Disha, is it okay with
Yes,
you?
sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay, now here I have drawn four types of beams. A, B, C, and loaded with different types of load. Now, as you have already learned the basics, so my question goes to you, including Kaushik, because Kaushik is basically diploma engineer and he is supposed to know all these things. Questions are very simple. Tell me, what are those different types of beam and what are those different types of the load? I have not put any value in terms of load, but only you have to recognize what is the type of load. Okay, so let us start with A. Kaushik, tell me what is the type of beam? If you are given a task, name the beam.
Sir,
What will you do? What will be
simply
your answer?
supported,
Huh? Come again?
simply supported beam, overhanging beam, a beam with both the end fixed, and these types of beams I know.
No, I think there is some conceptual problem. Okay, I'll come. Okay, now next, Radharani, can you say about A? Type of the beam and the corresponding loads. Radharani, are you connected? I doubt. I doubt. Okay, I'm moving to then Disha.
That is simply supported beam in number. Is that simply supported beam?
Are you Kaushik?
Yes, sir. Simply
No,
supported beam is
I'll
the
come.
load UTL.
No, it is not so. It is
Sir,
not simply supported.
continuous.
Continuous beam. And what are the different loads?
UTL.
One is UDL. And the same as UDL means
Uniformly
load. What
distributed
about
load.
the other load?
Point load.
VDL, sir. VDL.
You see, in that case, if you say point load, then I will ask you, what is the difference between these two? This is also point load. You are saying this is also point load. How will you differentiate? Incline. So this is inclined point load because it is making an angle, not exactly vertical. Fine. So now coming back to Kaushik. Kaushik now got it. Simply supported beam will only be confined within two end support. Again, I am coming technically. Any simply supported beam means the beam which is confined by only two end support. There is no question of 3, 4 or 5. So how many supports we have? We have
Three supports. Three supports.
3. More than 2 means it leads towards the continuous support. Whether it is more 3 or 30, but matter remains same. It is a continuous. Am I clear, Kaushik?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. Now coming back. Now the next question goes to Malay Burman. Question number B. I think.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Malay, tell me.
So hinged beam. So it is hinged
Hinged.
beam.
You see, there is nothing like his
Yes,
beam.
sir.
You are mixing up. Hinge support maybe, but there is no
Yes, sir.
type, no type of beam. Tell me. B. Just read it carefully, then answer. No hurry. There is no hurry. Because if these basics are very clear to you, let me tell you, you will not any problem in terms of any beam analysis or structural analysis. Your things will be very clear in mind. So let us clear all the doubts here itself. Okay, tell me
Okay,
now.
sir.
Allah, everyone, B.
So don't know, sir.
No. Okay. So I am then going back to Radharani. Radha, are you online now?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Can you tell me
Yes,
what's
sir.
the name? Tell me. Name of the beam. You should respond immediately.
Uniformly.
No, first don't mix up with the type of load and type of beam. First you answer what is the type of beam?
Overhanging.
Overhang. Very good. So this is overhang. Beyond this, things are hanging. So overhang beam. Clear? Now tell me about the type of load.
Sir,
Radharani?
VDL, sir.
Uniformly varying
UVL.
load.
VDL, sir.
Uniformly varying
VDL.
load.
UVL. UVL.
Uniformly varying load.
UVL, sir. UVL.
Varying
Okay,
load.
it is called
Uniformly varying load, sir.
so uniformly varying
Varying
load.
load.
The varying load, and others two are just point load. Other two are just point. Okay. Now coming back. C. Disha, tell me what's the type of the beam?
The fixed beam.
Exactly. And loaded with.
Loaded with
Wait. Let
The
Disha answer.
UDL. UDL.
UDL
and
And
2
point
point.
load.
and 2-point load. Okay. Very simple. Now coming back to Kaushik regarding the type D. Tell me.
Sir, it is a simply supported beam, but with UDL and a 1 point load
1-point load. Very correct.
and middle one, sir. I'm confused about that load. I don't know about that load. What is
Don't
that?
know at all. Okay.
I know, but I
Coming back to
actually
Disha.
forgot that.
Disha, tell me what is the type of the load?
Sir, it is UVL.
No, you see here, you have to understand one thing. That is why purposely I have drawn. See, this one is told UVL. Is it looking same? Is it the same, or there
No,
is
sir.
something different?
Sir,
No, it is
different.
not same. So here, if you segregate in two different load. What are those? Let us
UDL and
say
UVL.
this is one of the parts. This is one of the part. You forget about the upper part. How do you express? Let us say this is an 1, that's 2. So how do you express this part 1 in terms of
UDL.
load? UDL. Very
UDL.
correct. So the part 1 is UDL. Now what about part 2?
UVL.
UVL.
Uniformly varying load. So this
Yes.
is how you are supposed to analyze. Once this is clear, then you can rule the engineering mechanics, you can rule the structural engineering. Clear? So,
Yes,
so
sir.
now we are confident that how to find out different types of the beam along with the different corresponding loads. Okay. Now, let us take one numerical for moment. But before that, I would like to convey few things, basic things. Suppose there is a beam, the end name is A, and suppose let us say P, the load. So very easily we can identify what is the type of the beam and what is the type of the load. So there should not be any doubt. Okay. Do you have anybody have doubt regarding
sir.
the type of the?
No,
Huh?
sir. No,
No.
sir.
Okay,
No.
fine. Now,
No, sir.
suppose you know this load, you know this in terms of value, something 100 Newton or 1000 Newton or some kilonewton, something, some known value. Now, if you are asked, determine the reaction at both the ends support. It means reaction phase, what is RA and what is R. These two are not known to us. We know only load. Now tell me, Radharani, are you connected?
Yes, sir.
Okay, tell me to determine this RA and RB apart from P, what else you are required to know so that you can determine RA and RB? What else input you require?
The length.
Length of the beam, okay. I'm giving you length of the beam as 10 meter. Can you find out the reactions?
So load. The load.
Huh? Load, okay,
So
load
load value.
100 Newton. Can you find out the reactions at A and B?
Yes, sir. We have to take
You can.
moment at A.
Come again?
So we have to take moment at A.
Okay, do it. It will take hardly 1 minute. Do it and tell me. So you experience so that you will learn. Find it out all of them start. Tell me what is RA and what is RB. Let me see who can solve it.
Sir, but we have to find out that A and P, that middle distance.
Means
Yes.
the interdistances
Yes, sir.
of the position of P from A or from B, if you know the total length. So you require one more data. That is, let us say this one. So let us say 2 meter. Now you are in a position. Am I right or not? Now we
Yes,
can
sir.
find out because you know the position of the P. But suppose, okay, now question goes to Malay Burman. Now tell me, situation is same. Type of the beam and type of the load is same. Tell me, without knowing interdistance, means interdistance like this, 2 meter from one end. So without knowing, can you really find out this RA and RB at a particular situation? I am repeating the question. Tell me the location of the P where you do not require any interdistance. If you know the total, you can find out the reaction. What is that position? Can you tell me?
Sir, at the center.
At the center. Because we know if it is
Yes,
if
sir.
it is given that that particular P is acting at the center of the beam. So over.
Yes, sir.
I do not
Yes, sir.
require any other dimension. Tell me. Yes, Malay, tell me.
Yes, sir.
Anything you want to
No, sir.
communicate? Okay,
No,
okay,
sir.
fine. So if it is at the center, we do not require any interdistance. Over. So this concept is clear. Now next. Now to determine these unknown reactions. Now tell me from your physical concept whether RA will be more or RB will be more. Anybody? Which
Sir,
one we
RB,
suppose?
RA.
sir,
Hard.
Which one?
Sir,
Tell me.
RB will be more.
RA.
RA, sir, RA.
Physical concept because the load is more
The
closer
distance
to A.
distance is closer
Definitely.
from A.
So that is how so it comes. That's a physical concept. So these we can prove it also. Okay, we can prove it. Let us take this A and this B. The total length is A plus B. Like that, we can prove it. Yes. So more it is closer means more. Reaction will be more. Okay. Now coming back in terms of movement. Now to determine this unknown reaction A and B. Both are unknown to us. We do not know. If it would have been at the center of the beam, very, very proudly you could have told, yes, RA is equal to P by 2 and RB is also equal to P by 2. If it is at the center. But if it is not at the center, then you have to determine these reactions with the help of moment. There are many other methods. I am not saying that, like virtual work energy method and other methods also. But the simplest one is the movement. And the movement principle is very simple, Movement principle is very simple. What it says, if you take movement at any point on the beam, I repeat, if you can take moment at any point on the beam. Now, at any point means you are supposed to know the location of that point in terms of dimension. Suppose if I say I have given this dimension and I say find out the movement at this position at C, then you may not be possible without knowing the distance with the C, either from any support. So distance also is equally important. You are supposed to know. Otherwise, if you take the algebraic summation of the movement of all the loads means including the reactions. So I repeat, the algebraic summation of all the movements created by all the loads on the beam at any point must be equal to, any response from your side?
0.
Zero. Why? If I ask you now why, any
Movement
answer
is-
you have?
Sir, movement is 0 in the end, both end.
No, it is at any point I can prove it. It is not only at the end. At any point, algebraic summation of the movement must be G. Am I clear or not?
Yes, sir.
Are you getting what I am trying to convey? Suppose you are saying at the end, not only at the end, you take movement here, anywhere. Algebraic summation from both the side. You have to take the load from both the side, not only one side. And if you sum it up, it has to be 0. My question was, Radharani, tell me, how we are claiming yes, it is supposed to be 0. The algebraic summation of all the moments for any beam at any point must be equal to 0. May I know the reason, Radharani? Radharani, are you connected?
Yes, sir.
Anything? If you see, until unless you know the reason, it will be difficult to remember. Once you know the reason, very easy to remember. Okay, Disha, now tell me, you can try. How we are claiming yes, algebraic summation of the movements must be equal to 0. How and why? Now you will say, sir, that scientist or that engineer has stated it. So that is why I am asking from physical concept. Physically, why it should be 0? You
So it
see?
is
Uh-huh. Come.
so it
Because
is
it is
in equilibrium.
exactly so. Is this beam is moving? Does it have any motion? Have I shown any acceleration, velocity, or the
No.
motion of direction of motion?
No, sir.
No, no. It is in equilibrium. It has to be. There is no choice. It has to be in equilibrium. And that is why we are taking the whole algebraic summation of all moments and equating to 0. Am I clear in the concept?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now let us take one example and let us practice whether whatever we learn, whether exactly it is so or not. Here now, I will give you only one diagram because in engineering that wording is not required. Any engineer must supposed to understand the diagram and he or she can solve it if they understand the diagram. Okay, so let us put it like this. Suppose there is a beam. Let us take the simply supported beam. Then let us take some like, okay. So let us give this distance as 2. Let us give this distance as 4 meter, and then another also 4 meter. Let us give the name A, B, and if you want C, D, and the corresponding value 50 kilonewton. This is also this is 40 kilonewton, and the UDL is 10 kilonewton per meter. I am just repeating that same, okay? Because I don't want to change so that you understand in
The
meter.
distance from A to C.
A to C is also 2 meter. 2 meter. So I have given all the time. Anything else you want? Now I want you have to find out RA and R plus. No wording, nothing. You have to understand what is the problem. You have to determine RA and RB by any method. But we know, rather we have realized that movement method is the best to determine this reaction. Now tell me, what comes in your mind? Kaushik, you must have taken up similar problem in your diploma. Kaushik,
Yes, sir. We
tell me,
take
what is
RA
the
plus
first
RB
approach?
equal to 0.
Come again.
RA plus RB equal to 0.
RA plus RB is equal to 0.
Sir, lot of
Do you all agree? Disha, Radharani,
No, sir.
what should be the RA plus RB equal to?
So we have to first take out the moment of all
So that
the
will be
forces.
the second step.
That will do. First, let us understand this. What is the RA plus RB?
So all the forces.
All the forces mean 50 plus 10 multiplied by 4 plus 40. Am I okay? Have I written correctly?
So that 10 into 4, I didn't understand that thing.
Sir, UDL.
What is this 10 kilonewton per meter means? This is the
UDL.
UDL, no?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Dimension is 10 kilonewton per meter. So to convert it to load, single equivalent load, you have to convert it, no? Otherwise you cannot handle. You have to convert the UDL into one point load, equivalent point load. So that is what I have done. 10 multiplied by 4 means 10 kilonewton per meter multiplied by 4 meter. So meter cancel out. So what it becomes? 10
Yes,
into
sir.
4, 40 kilonewton.
40. Yes, sir.
40. So this is what. Am I clear? You
Yes,
see,
sir.
UDL can be replaced. Let me show you like that. This UDL, same UDL having the same impact on the beam in terms of loading. If I put it, what is the center here? If I put the 40 kilonewton. See, I remove that UDL. You may. That is what, no? Otherwise, okay, I was thinking that just take one. So I go back. Am I clear? Am I clear how it is
Yes, sir.
becoming
Yes, sir.
equivalent point load? The UDL is being converted into an equivalent point load. Like that, UVL also can be converted into equivalent point load. So we'll see with the problem. Okay. Now, so this is what. So Kaushik, I think you are clear regarding the
Yes, sir. Yes,
reactions.
sir. Yes, sir.
The
Yes.
total reactions must be equal to the total load, because whole load are to be borne by the reactions.
Reaction of A plus reaction of B equal to all the loads.
Yes, exactly. Because these are the only two reactions which is acting vertically upward. Remaining all the loads are acting downward. So it has to be equal. If it is not equal, okay, Kaushik, tell me. Suppose if it is not equal by any chance, what will happen? What may go wrong?
Sir, it collapse.
Collapse. Anything else? It will collapse. Exactly
won't
what
be
will
in
happen.
static position.
Collapse meaning is different in terms of mechanics. You know,
It
Disha.
won't be in. So it won't be in the static position.
Exactly. So it will lose its
So it
equilibrium.
will
So beam may fall down in any way. It may slip also. Whatever it may happen, but it will not remain in equilibrium if the things are not equal. Very simple, na? If my upward force is more than the downward force, naturally I will move up. Anybody can feel it. There should not be any doubt. So that is the thing how we can. Now let us again come back to the solution approach. So to determine this reaction, I am supposed to take the moment. Now I can take moment anywhere. I can take moment at B. I can take moment at C. I can take moment at B. I can take moment at B. At any point, even in between. But we cannot take in between because we do not have the dimension. I can choose the point only where I am very clear with dimensions. That point can be chosen. So I can take A at B, C or D. And I can take the algebraic summation. It has to be equated to 0. That already we have discussed. Now here, tell me which one you should opt first so that your calculation become easier. Very easily you can determine RA and R. Tell me whether at A or at C or at B or at D. Tell me.
A.
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 Okay. A, do all of you agree? All of you agree?
Sir, because distance, the load of that distance is closer to it. That's why you can take.
Closer. So you are interested about the closer. Okay. That may be one psychological logic, but otherwise, now counter my question. Why not B? Now answer me technically. Why not B? You are saying A, I am saying no, it should be B. Then who is right? You are right or I am right?
You are
So both
right,
are,
sir.
both are right. Both, it can be done in both ways.
Because I am fair, so I should be right. No, that should not be your logic. Both are right. Now, coming to the third question. Malay Burman is there?
Yes, sir.
Now tell me, neither I am choosing A nor B. Suppose I am choosing the point. Will it be easier? Or can it be solved? Or it cannot be solved? What is your view? Instead of choosing A or B as a movement point, I suppose I want to choose point C or point D. Impact will be same. So can I solve my problem?
No, sir.
Can I determine?
No, sir.
No, I cannot
Yes, sir.
determine. Then Radha is telling yes, sir. Then why the conflict? Answer is to be one and unique. There cannot be dual answer, no? Okay, Disha, what is your view?
Yes, sir, we can.
We can solve. Okay, Kaushik, anything you would like to add in this respect? Kaushik.
Yes, sir.
So tell me, yes, no, is it possible? Can you choose the point C?
No, sir. I think no.
I think no. So you're thinking,
Yes, sir. We have to start from one side to another, not from the middle one.
why? I can prove it. I can calculate. Why not? Who
Yes,
stops
sir.
me? Or who stops anybody? No, I can prove. Yes, by taking the point C, I will calculate the moment. I will determine RA and B both, and we will have the same answer. Same, exactly same. So let us clear the doubt. See, why we are choosing the end point? Because first of all, that that moment we will have with respect to one, all we can have a comparative direction, either downward or either clockwise or anti-clockwise. That is the one advantage we enjoy by choosing the end point. Second reason, if you choose this at point A, moment, see the effect of RA. What is the moment created here by the reaction at A, RA?
Sir,
Anybody?
it will zero. In the
Zero.
moment of A
Zero.
equal to zero.
Because the distance is zero. So one reaction is nullified, means removed. So in the whole relation, the algebraic summation of the movement, only RB will be unknown. Because A already have killed it. A already out. Only B will be there. So very easily within a one line you can determine. That is one of the reasons. Am I clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Similarly, it goes for B also. If you choose the point as B, remaining all the rows to your left side, but clockwise and anti-clockwise concept that will be same. What we have taken, if you remember, all clockwise movement is taken as positive or negative.
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 Negative. Any anti-clockwise movement, whether left side or right side, anti-clockwise movement means it is to be taken as
Positive.
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 very simple. And this is the concept we will keep on doing throughout this particular mechanics. Don't change it in between. Then again, there will be again problem. Okay. So now, to clear your idea, sir, how it is possible? If you choose C, yes, it is possible. What will happen? Think or imagine. If you take the algebraic sum of the movement of all the load, including reactions, what will be the equation? It will be sum in the form of RA plus RB or RA minus RB. Something will come. Am I clear?
Yes, sir.
In that relation, in that line, RA RB both will be present because we have not killed anybody because we have taken in between. Now the next doubt come or the next come. Then, sir, if two are unknown in a single line, single equation, how will you determine two unknown things with only one equation? It is against the mathematics, is it not?
Yes,
Because
sir. Yes, sir.
mathematics says the number of unknown must be equal to the number of known equation. Then only you can find it out. Now, anybody who can tell me intelligently what is the other way of that? Our exercise remains same. I have
We will
taken
get
C as
two
a
equations.
point of reference, and I established a relation between RA and RB. Now, how to solve? Anybody intelligently think? Again, I am saying think intelligently, because you have to invite one more equation with RA and RB. Then it becomes simple. Tell me. No, beyond your
So
think. I
we
think.
So we will take
Come.
the equation at point D.
What is that?
Solving two equations.
Where from you will get the second equation? Tell me. That is what
The
we are
D.
trying to explore. Where from?
So from D.
So adding, so just like we did RA and RB is equal to all the forces.
Exactly. See, this is called the intelligence to explore. So there are two ways. Again, I'm giving both the solution. One is readily available with us. This is the standard. There is nothing wrong in this relation. But RA and RB both are there. There is one more approach. Let us find out the moment with respect to D. What will happen if you take the moment with respect to D? D is the reference point. Whether you will get the similar relation between RA and RB or not, where
Yes,
both
sir.
RA and RB present. Will it
Yes,
not?
sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So now you got two equations in terms of RA and RB. Simple, just simple solution. So either that way or you can take the help of this relation also. Matter is same. So you can find out the relation. Am I clear in the concept? Tell me.
Yes, sir.
Anything,
Yes,
any
sir.
doubt, let us
Yes,
know.
sir.
We'll kill it. Tell me. Yes, tell me. Kaushik? Kaushik, you wanted to communicate something?
No, sir, I didn't.
Okay. It's okay, na?
Yes, sir, it's total.
Conceptually, it is clear. Okay,
Yes,
now
sir.
let us tend towards the solution. Now I will not help you. I want what is RA, what is S. I have given multiple methods. Now you choose your method and give me the solution. Start. I want only solution.
RA is 80 and RB is 50.
RA is 80.
50 kilonewton. 50 kilonewton.
Solution of this. What is
So
the
50,
summation
50.
of 40, 40, 80 and
So not 60.
Sir, RB is 50.
50. Okay, but you see, without checking anything, I can say yes, answers are correct. You know how? Because I know RA plus RB is how much? 130. And here also you add it up, you are getting the same 130. Or not? So it means answer is correct. This is another way to check your answer. Yes, I am correct or not. Another concept. I know physically RA should be more than RB from the physical concept. Now check it. RA is greater than RB. It means that way also it is correct. So this is how you have to always keep it in mind. It is not, engineer is not that only just solve it and leave it. No, you have to confirm it on your own. Really, is it a feasible value? Is it a practical value? Is it a possible value? Then only your task will be over. Yes, this is over. Am I clear? Anything else on this aspect? Anything? So we will take the similar problem on the next day. Okay? Well, similar, that moment related how to do. But only thing I will change the type of the load. Here I have used only your point load and the UDL. So there I will change the type of the load and let us practice. Is it okay with you all?
Yes, sir.
Is
Yes,
it
sir.
okay? Okay. So with this, because you have your next class now from 3. So let me wind it up. Just give me 1 minute time for taking the attendance.